Good morning, good morning. Today is Monday. Good morning, Vietnam. Today is Monday, May 6th, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here in southwestern Nevada. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and I'm with Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple: to help you on your journey through life. That's it. No big deal. No big deal, just to help you on your journey through life, to enable you at the end to say, I fought the good fight, I ran the good race, I have no regrets. And the best way to do that is to avoid making unnecessary mistakes. Some mistakes are necessary. You have to learn lessons along the way. Hardship is important. If plants are going to grow strong, they need to be in an environment where there's wind and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So to fully develop, you have to experience the full range of things, but we don't want to be somebody that's always running away from whatever, from the fight, from the difficulty, tapping out, pulling the ripcord. We don't want to be that person. We want to be the person who can stand their ground when they need to and know when not to. Good morning, what a bevy. Hi, GTG. What does that mean? LOL. Good to go. God. LOL. Okay, good morning, good morning. Not sure where the other members of the trendy trio are, but we shall proceed. Okay, today's meme. What is the meme of today? Today's meme is, what if you focused on your presence? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, while we're letting that kind of seed planted, going through system, etc. While we're doing that, let's look at other things. Okay, good morning, Carla. Surprised that Rebecca isn't on yet. Are you up in the kitchen? Where are you guys? In your rooms? Etc. Please advise. Okay. Carla, I'm getting ready. Good. That's always a good plan, to get ready. But if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Anyway, here we are. And the thing of today is, what if you focused on your presence? Advice from an 80-year-old: keep secrets. Today's red letter, once again, is Darren Hardy, talking about how to command a room. Presence, that's the red letter thing for today. There's also a good one, Jordan Peterson, very good. The Seth Godin, very good. I'm going to put that in red letter. She's here. What is that about? No, it's not about poltergeist. It is about restaurants. Good restaurants often keep a picture of the food critic, the local food critic, up in the kitchen. So if anybody sees the food critic, everybody knows, uh-oh, she's here. We gotta do even better, man. But our meme is, what if you focused on your presence? Letting that percolate through the system a little bit longer. Seeing if anybody else is showing up. Mitch, Matt, Rebecca. How are things back there, Watabevy? How are things back in, is it Moginia or Lesginia? And good seeing Catman Joe. Okay, well, let's move on. What if you focused on your presence? It turns out that I think it's like only 7% of what people perceive when they're communicating with you. Only about 7% is what you actually say. Most of it isn't even the little sound bites or the sound waves going through the air. Most of it isn't even that. More than half of it is visual. How seriously people take you. Good morning, Rebecca. How seriously people take you. And good morning, Mitch. Okay, so the Fantastic Four have arrived. Not the trendy trio, because Matt isn't there, but focusing on today's message, which is the Darren Hardy one down below, 6 minutes, stressing the importance of your presence, just how you show up, being prepared. And it turns out most of communication is visual. It's what people see. It's the second law of power. It's the first law of power. Power perceived is power achieved. If people's first appearance of you is that you're not somebody to take seriously, they're not going to take you seriously. So when I see people, when I go to church and I see people wearing t-shirts, just immediately in my mind, okay, I don't need to take this person seriously. This person could, because why would you wear a t-shirt? It's either a statement or it's comfort. So what do I know about somebody if they have to act as a billboard for some other cause, or if their focus is on comfort? They're wearing sandals, no socks, little boy pants, aka shorts. How seriously do I take them? Well, I certainly think if it's going to get hard, if it's going to get hot, if it's going to take a long time, if it's going to take focus, I will have an advantage over this person. They are not prepared, or, if something bad happens, they're not prepared. People that wear Crocs or sandals, I mean, kind of like the flip-flop types, people wearing those, people just wearing one shirt, they don't even have on a second shirt, they are not prepared when something bad happens. Now, the probability of something bad happening is very small. But who do you want to be with when something bad happens? Somebody who's not prepared or somebody who is prepared? So this is the thing that we know. Most of communication is visual, what people see, what you are projecting. Second law of power. Boom, never give up power. So don't do things that diminish your presence in this case. Don't do things that diminish your presence. If you're going to wear a hat that somebody who's a Navy SEAL might wear. Why? Because the perception for people is to take you seriously. If you want to wear a hat that people perceive as a gangbanger, then people are going to be leery of you. They're not going to be trusting of you. They're going to be a little bit slightly afraid of you. And if that's what you want people to feel, you should ask yourself why. And it's probably because of an insecurity. I don't want people to get to know me because they'll see how fragile I am. They'll hurt me. They'll rip me off, etc., etc., etc. So people like that might project the opposite. I'm really tough, man. I'm really bad. I'll bite your face off. Stay away from me. Because they want to scare people. They want people to feel intimidated. Okay, cool. In some situations, that might be really good. But out here in the real world of men and machines, You want people to cooperate with you. You want cooperation. You want people to do what you want them to do. Not manipulating them, but you want them to do what you want them to do. If you go into a store and you have a question, you want people to help you. Past. Okay, I would not know, but I agree. So if you walk into a store, you want people to be helpful. If you're looking for information, you want people to be helpful, right? If more than half of communication is just visual, you should always dress in a way that projects the best possible image of yourself. Now, sure, people who dress comfortably prefer to be around other people that dress comfortably. So yesterday at Faith Fellowship, everybody, first Sunday of the month, everybody's supposed to wear their I Love My Church t-shirt. For the people who know the church, it's a comfortable tradition. If somebody walked in the church for the first time and the pastor and the people in the band and the people in the congregation are wearing t-shirts and dressed appropriate to a not new t-shirt, because these are generally t-shirts that are several years old. My favorite shirt, I wear it once a month to church. I heart my church. If somebody new walks in who's a serious person, how do they feel? How do they feel? Like, this is a casual church. There's a bunch of people who are friends. They know each other. And am I going to fit into this group? Boom. Go into a synagogue, my guess would temple, my guess would be people are dressed formally, and you take it seriously. You take it seriously, right? You go into a black church where people are dressed wearing suits and their nicest clothes, and women have their hair done, and you come in a t-shirt and shorts and sandals, not shaven, not well groomed. How do you feel? Not you feel out of place, as Mitch says. Right. How do they feel about you? Right. If you go to the NAN meetings, the first Monday of the month, which is today, if you go to those meetings, we might have to have a road trip down there, see who wants to go. We have to leave at about 4. I'm asking the chaplain if he wants to go because then we go in his car. But if he isn't going, if he can't go, then that means we have to go. So that means Carla has to go. If Carla goes, maybe 2 more people can go. So anyway, presence. What if you focused on your presence? What do you want people to think? And then we combine that with Seth Godin. Let's talk about that one right now. I think maybe I should put that one in red, because this, yeah, it is in red. That's the 1-2 punch. Seth Godin. She's here. Some restaurants keep a photo of the local reviewer in the kitchen. The thinking is that if someone noticed she's in the building, everyone can up their game. And some musicians wait eagerly for the A&R person to be in the crowd. If they really kill it tonight, a record deal might ensure. I remember when I was playing high school baseball, there would always be the anticipation that a scout might be at the game. So you always wanted to do your best because you had one shot. The most resilient approach, of course, is to act as if. Okay, the most resilient approach is to act as if what you're hoping will be out there is actually out there. The reviewer, the scout, the A&R person. What if this is your most important post or your last one? What if the email you're sending is going to be forwarded to your boss? What if ... Okay, so what if you anticipate something better than just, oh, I'm just sending an email, man. Like, no, this is an email that's going to get passed around. We can't know for sure, but we can act as if it's going to happen. So again, presence. We don't know for sure that it's important to look good, to have a good visual presentation, presence. We don't know for sure that it's worth spending the extra time to look good. We don't know for sure, but if that thing comes, the opportunity presents itself. If the opportunity presents itself and we're not ready, we lost it. So that brings us to planning, our mantra, which we haven't talked about recently, but that is the belief that something great is going to happen to me today. Bam. Something great is going to happen to me today. So we know by now, programming the RAS, right? Programming the RAS. Something great is going to happen to me today. So if we have a presence that something great is going to happen, if we have a belief that something great is going to happen, when something way over here that we weren't thinking about pops up, what's our RAS going to do? Ding, 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 hit, 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 and we're going to go towards it. That's how easy it is. That's what people do. When you watch the Darren Hardy today, you're going to see he says he prepares. He is prepared in advance, programming the RAS, preparing other people for visual. You'll hear him say, he's constantly telling his staff, put your shoulders back, stand up straight. Why? Because that's what people see. In class, if you have your head down on the table, what does that mean to the presenter? What does that mean to other people when they see you? Are they going to take you seriously? No. When you're in class and it's a Zoom class and everybody can see everybody, but you don't know who's looking at you, because you can't really tell who they're looking at. You know, it doesn't look like, oh, yeah, he's looking at me. You don't know who anybody's looking at, but everybody's constantly looking at everybody else in the room. And when you're speaking, everybody is looking at you. So if you're not prepared, so I think these Zoom classes are a great thing. But anyway, that's a different topic. So glad that everyone is here. Let's spread the news. Okay, and I think people, so for the people who are not here that generally show up, I'm just saying Matt as an example. Think about how you feel about Matt. That every day you don't know whether he's going to be here or not. That sometimes he drifts in and then he wants to dominate the conversation, and then we tend to make excuses for him. So I didn't say anything yesterday to Tony about him because I knew that Tony would immediately go to his defense, as opposed to the idea of we all need to work together to help this person move forward. Because if he's not with us, people who care about him, and he's just around a bunch of people who don't care, what is life going to be like? Right. Sometimes it's not the easy stuff that you got to do. Okay, presence. What if you focused on your presence? So think about that. So Carla, yeah, it's cool to be a hippie, but what do other people think? Right. It's like that day was gone. Yes, there's days of the year to be a hippie, but if you want people to take you seriously, probably not the thing to do. So anybody that's going tonight is representing. Okay, when you're around friends and we're social and cool, that's great. No, it's like getting to know you. What is your thing? Okay, but when you're with strangers, first impressions, right? Okay, so anyway, I don't want to beat a dead horse. It's 19 minutes in. My apologies again. I've got to get to the peloton, and I will see everybody there at 8. David Logan, week 3, tribal leadership. And I think we can tie that tribal leadership back to stuff we have going now. What does that mean? Well, today's talk, tribal leadership, today's talk, focus on that, different stages. Okay, anyway, with that, and I will say goodbye. Wadabevi, I think, had to go. GTG, got to go. Oh, maybe that's what that means. Got to go. Her 9 o'clock thing. Okay, people, see you at 8.